Well, just for my background, like musically, I started playing at school. Never took it too seriously because it was like kind of not forced on me, but I was like encouraged more than I wanted to do it. Then later on in like when I was around like late teens, I got into it, wanted to play more. So I know that Daniel and Savan have always been dancing, always performing, and Daniel was especially always trying to convince me to come along to things and like perform, but I was always a bit nervous to do it. And then now that 30's coming at me like a freight train, I figure it's time I start doing the stuff I'm afraid of. So helped him out with doing some performing at Crisis for Christmas this December, and I've really enjoyed that. And then I thought, well, I'm going to just try and do this more. So then when Sarah reached out on social media to say kind of anyone interested in helping, I said, I'd like to do my bit. She told me a little bit about what the charity are doing. I think it's a really nice kind of grassroots way to help people, especially like distributing food so easy. It's so hard to get massive funding because there's a million charities here, there, and everywhere. But this is like a great thing where people can come together, and it's brought me together with like two of my buddies. So it's a bit cheesy, but no, but it's good, and get to play with other people and like So I think it's a win-win for everyone. So yeah, pretty happy.
So I feel these are my brothers as well. And for me, so my name's Savan. My background is I'm a dancer. I'm a b-boy. Me and Daniel, we started together when we were in school. When we were 16, and I kind of been on a long journey up until now. And together we've done a lot of community work. Together we also founded an organisation which is called EPIC. Stands for Every Person is Capable, and it's about creating mindful spaces for self-expansion. So we do talks, we do different kind of events, we use art. And for me, this event particularly for me, I feel when I walked in here, I was a little bit late. I walked in here and I felt just a beautiful vibe. You've got families, you've got kids, you've got elders, you've got different young people all coming together into one space to share creatively, to be connected, to just have a moment together. Because I feel a lot of time we're kind of siloed into different spaces, but it's so nice to bring everyone into one space to share a moment like this. So it's a very beautiful blessing.
So my name's Daniel. My background is, when I was younger, I didn't really have focus. I got into a lot of trouble. If I had a shadow CV, it would show that I got suspended from school, chucked out of a youth club for antisocial behaviour, and kicked out of Duke of Edinburgh twice. But I realised that I needed to change my life, and finding dancing and community really helped me do that. It gave me a focus. It made me realise that there was more out there than just me focusing on myself and my selfishness. So I started working on myself for a start, and then I spoke to Savan and we set up our not-for-profit organisation. We have gone to many different schools, and I'd say that even though I'm very passionate about the job that I do in retail, I feel that that's my bill-paying job, and what I do outside of that is where my even greater passions lie. I do a lot of different community work with different charities. Pretty much all of it is unpaid, but for me, the value that you get from these things is not monetary. It's something that's far more important than that. If we watch the news, we can see all the problems with our society today. Knife crime is so prevalent. Young people feel like a loss of identity, and I feel like events like this, bringing people together from so many different backgrounds, focusing on talents, skills, and growing together and collaborating is really very important. So it's very touching to me today that my girlfriend is actually the reason that I'm part of this event, because she came to my yard a few months ago, got to know the organisation. She discovered it by looking up in the depths of the internet. And she said, I'm really passionate about this organisation. They do great things with the community, great things with food, and they're really interested in getting artists involved. So I was really keen to get involved. When I found out that two of my bestest friends from very different areas of my life. Sam, I've known since I was a little baby. Savan, I met at high school, and our
We're still babies at the time.
Yeah, true. And our friendships are just like so strong. It's honestly a real pleasure to collaborate with both of them today. And it's actually a first. I've never danced to Sam playing his music before, so it's very special. I think that my yard is doing incredible things, and it's just a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, big up my yard.
Yeah, and you too for doing your work.
Yeah, definitely.